Hi guys, I'm Jefferson Ibim. I'm a young average Nigerian just like you. I'm an environmental scientist by profession. I'm a digital marketer by research, and I am a music businessman by passion. Where I draw my creative ideas from. My creative ideas from basically from people, my environment, how people react and how they act to certain situations and conditions. That's where I get my creative ideas from. I also get my creative ideas from books. I read a lot of books. I read a variety of books. Bringing everything together bets creativity by the grace of God. Yes, I also get my creative ideas from events, how people were able to be creative. It inspires my creativity. So why Prince Emmanuel? Prince Emmanuel is a is a very sketchy story, right? And it was I would say not coincidence, but God's plan, because we didn't know each other, as a matter of fact, until we started working. We know ourselves in November, we started working in December, and officially we started working in January. So it's not like this person knew this person, but um, what made me to say okay, let's work, was that I saw creativity. I saw, apart from creativity, I saw passion. I saw passion. Passion pushes you to do more. Passion pushes you to do more. Love, when you have love for something, it pushes you to start. When you have passion for it, it's a do or die affair. Sometimes we ask ourselves, say, if I remove music from your body now, nothing remain. So why they do that? Why they do them as hobby? So if they remove music from you and there's nothing, it means that it's a do or die affair. Yeah. So it's passion that takes to that level, and I saw passion. I saw humility as well, and I saw honor. I saw a man that knew how to honor people, a man that was keen on honoring people, and whoever um, honors people receives honor in return. Yeah. So I saw all of this in Prince Emmanuel, and then yeah, we decided to work. Our journey so far hasn't been so much of a smooth ride, but God has been good. People always capitalize on the results. Yeah, people always capitalize on the and as God may have it, we don't go about on Facebook or social media generally start talking of process. This will happen. This will happen. I'm not that kind of person, first of all. So I just come to put my results so that it can inspire other people, because other people's results also inspired me. I just come to say this will happen. This will happen. Um, God has been good. That's that's a general view. God has been good. Where we have failed was a climb a platform for us to become better. Honestly, and that's one thing I also want to say, that you should own your failures. Own your bad news. What you think is bad news to you is what is going to help you, become better. When you get to an event and you are treated bad, you become immune to it. When you go to an event and the sound is terrible, you become immune to it because you don't see them before. you know. So yeah, we've moved from one level to another level. We have had serious back and forth. We've had times where we sat down and we were discussing for probably 6-8 hours. Just strategizing and planning basically. And God has been seeing us through, right? If even if this wasn't a religious setting, I would still say God has been seeing us through. Okay, where I see Afro gospel in the next 2-3 years, right? Um, okay, let me not say honestly, because anyway, I think we'll have more creatives in this um genre of music. I mean, doing the Afro beats and mentioning God in it. We've had Amapiano for the longest, and just recently we started having Amapiano, with Jesus. talking about Jesus, talking about the gospel, basically, and that's a good thing. Afro gospel is now more accepted, it's now more recognized. We already have like a playlist on Spotify. I see Afro gospel being diversified. I see Afro gospel being diversified. I see Afro gospel. What we're seeing right now is is nothing compared to what we're going to see in the next 3 years. What we're seeing right now, you know what happened. You can imagine what happened 3 years ago. What we have now it was not imaginable, but we're here. And the next 3 years, I'm seeing a lot of people coming in, a lot of more creative. The truth is, a lot of artists will rise because this is a fresh ground. So if you're a music artist and you have a sound, please put it out. Stop keeping it on your phone. Bring it out. Let's enjoy it. Let's relate with it. That's what Afro gospel is about. It's about love and light. It's about love and light. So if you have whatever you have, please bring it out. Put it on platforms. Let's also be part of it. Let's experience it. I personally, I think that we are not having enough collaborations. We're networking, and I think we're also networking wrongly. I think we're networking wrongly. I spent the whole of my 2019 volunteering for organizations across Nigeria. I mean, Lagos, Abuja. I volunteered in Kano. I volunteered in Bayelsa. I volunteered, but I without volunteering spirit. So I think just one event or two I did volunteer. And I learned how to network. Networking is not meeting somebody and collecting a person's number. That's not networking. That's a lecture for another day, right? So I think we need to learn how to network. Because if I say network, you say, well, you're meeting people and taking phone numbers. No. So we need to learn how to network properly. How to network that I don't forget you. No, I'm not just remembering your song, but I don't forget you. You bring value to me on the spot, right? So we need to learn how to network. We need to collaborate some more. We need to collaborate some more. We need to diversify, right? Port Harcourt creative industry is right now is in clones, is in sectors, right? Is in segments, and those segments, like for example, we have the skit makers. Even in the skit making industry in Port Harcourt, they have about 5 different groups. Then we come to the musicians, so they have different groups, right? And that's not healthy for us. We need to collaborate. That's why we can have 4 events on the same thing happening the same day, because there are different sectors in the same industry. That's why we can have 4 concerts happening the same day in this our small city. It's not happening in the States. It's happening in the Port Harcourt city. It's not happening. No one is happening in Obibo, and all of them are happening in Port Harcourt city. But if we can collaborate, right, it'll be easy. And I'm not even talking about the festive period. I'm talking about March, May. Everybody is doing concert in one day. So I think we need to collaborate some more. And collaboration brings about education, right? I tell you what I know. You tell me what you know. So it helps us to expand. It helps us to expand. All right, so my final words, I want to appreciate the organizers of the dialogue room. It's a welcome development. We need. I know that we've been having a lot of educative, events, but we need more. Nevertheless, we still need to. You can't say the child needs to learn. No, go stop the teacher. We need to keep doing more of this. And then to the creatives watching this video, I don't regard myself as a creative. By the way, I regard myself as a creator because I don't create content, so to say. I work with creatives, and I'm sure there are people out there who are like me that work with creatives, that help creatives move from where they are to where they want to be, or at least closer to where they want to be, right? I want to say, first of all, own your bad news. Own your mistakes. If you are not at level 10, agree with yourself. If they tell you, the truth is, if you don't say it yourself, people will say it for you. If you don't tell yourself, say I dey learn, people are going to tell you, say you dey learn, and it's going to sound bad to you because human beings are not nice. So own your mistake, tell it to yourself, tell yourself your truth, be true to yourself, be true to yourself. Secondly, I want to say, make sure you're always showing up, make sure you're always doing. That's the way to create change. For the musicians there, for the skit makers there, let me give an analogy that I give to people. Nobody deletes Nathaniel Bassey's song because they want to listen to Tim Godfrey. They will download both songs in their phones. So when you hear that this person is releasing song, release your song. Don't say I'm waiting for, but this month don't choke. All the Friday, all the weekend, I know. Release your song. As a matter of fact, you are so unique that you have your listeners. They are just waiting. There's something that they have not heard, but they don't know yet until they hear it. That's why you need to put out your project, to put out whatever you have. I'm also talking about content makers, as per skits, commercials. If you have an idea to make documentaries, on places or people or events, start. Number three, I want to say, start alone. Start yourself. A lot of us are waiting for a team. The truth is, success will attract success. Success will attract. See those people you are looking for. Success will attract them. How do you get success? You don't get success sitting in your room. You don't get people to come to your house and then you start moving out. You have to move out first to get them on the road. So start yourself. I know I'm talking about musicians now. Record. That people that record with they have. I think they have an app on the phone now that they use to do the recording and create beats. Let people know that you are working, and that's how you get better too. Thank you so much for coming to the dialogue room. It was an amazing experience having you here, and I'm happy that you sat to listen to me. I pray that God is going to bless us and take the dialogue room to the next level. Everybody say dialogue room.